Oh, hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar. Welcome to this edition of Integrative Movement Insider. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Hope you had a great weekend and you're out there empowering individuals, your community, because your community needs someone just like you that brings people together, that helps celebrate them and also helps to uplift them and gives them proactive strategies for taking control of their health and fitness, as well as their posture, balance, and walking, which is what we're discussing here today in this edition of Integrative Movement Insider. Hey there, Mary Trella. How are you? Good morning to you as well. So, if you work with older adults, if you work with any adults or any population, you know that they need improved posture, balance, and walking, especially balance and walking, because many of our older adults, as you know, as you're aware of, are at an increased risk of falling, and especially now that many of our older adults are more sedentary, spending more time indoors, and now it's getting a bit more chilly here in the in the northern, eastern part of the country, or out west as well. I was just in Texas yesterday, sitting outside in my shorts and short-sleeved shirt, having lunch with my good friends down in Houston, Texas. And here it is back in Wisconsin. It's about the high of 30 here today. So very different temperatures. So people are more indoors for sure this time of year. So that means they're most likely not walking as much, not challenging themselves as much, not doing as much outdoor cardio and fitness and all those good things like gardening that they would do during the spring, summer, and fall months. So it's important that you and I help train our older clients, as well as all our clients, to improve balance and walking. Postural control is a part of that. We've been discussing that in the last 2 episodes of Two Anatomy Geeks and sharing some strategies here in our Facebook Live posts. Hope you've enjoyed them. Hope you watched them. You can always find them on our YouTube channel, Fitness Education Seminars, if you missed any of them. They're all recorded and stored there. Now, the important thing with balance is not just teaching your clients just to stand on one leg and just hold that position, because that's very non-useful. Is that a word? Non-useful? Unuseful? There's very little practicality of using static balance just like this for helping your clients improve balance, because that's not when they fall. They don't fall just standing on one leg. Your clients tend to fall when they're dual tasking, doing 2 tasks at one time. For example, carrying something and talking to somebody, turning their head, maneuvering around objects, stepping off a sidewalk, walking downstairs and it's dark out and they can't see, so their vision is disturbed. Or when they're stepping into an uneven surface that they don't expect, so that's sort of that reactive balance sort of component to their balance system. So we have to make sure that we're training 3 types of balance. Static, that's just obviously standing still, relatively speaking. Proactive, teaching your client a proactive strategy for stepping and controlling, or holding and controlling, working through 3 planes of motion and controlling, as well as reactive. Reactive is more reacting to someone that maybe pushes on you, and then you have to react without you it's more of an automatic reflexive sort of reaction that you're not prepared for. So we have to prepare our clients for that, because we know that as our clients get older, they're going to lose some of their vision. So vision, remember, is 50% of our balance component. 50% of our sensory information, I should say, which impacts posture, balance, and walking, comes through our visual sight, or through our visual system. So we have to make sure that when our clients lose their vision, that we're helping to upregulate those other 2 systems. The second system is the vestibular system. The vestibular system, or that inner ear, it works with and helps to coordinate what the visual system is seeing with what your body is sensing with the movement in space and the position of the head and eyes relative to the horizon. The third system, which you and I can have the most impact, is the somatosensory system. Somato, body, sensory, sensation of our body. That is all the proprioceptors in our skin. Connective tissue like fascia, muscles, tendons, ligaments, joint capsules all provide signals back to the central nervous system about what's happening in time, space, and with our body, as well as momentum, how fast we're walking, how much force we're giving, and then the brain can then interpret and send the right signals back. However, what also impacts as we get older is we lose proprioceptive function. But here's some great news, and you guys know this. I'm just relating that the information, I should say the research, is coming out more and more. Hey Jan, Jake, how are you? Good to see you this morning. There's more and more research coming out this morning this morning, coming out right now in the past couple of years, that you can improve the deficits in proprioception with physical exercise. You and I know that as health and fitness professionals, but it's great to see that there's actually research to show that. So let me give you an example of 3 ways you can incorporate static as well as proactive as well as reactive balance into your training programs. Hello, my good friend Debbie as well. So first thing you can do, so obviously you can't see my feet right this moment. I will move you down here in a moment. The first thing you do is static balance. Obviously you know this standing on one leg, static balance. Again, not super practical for improving balance in your clients. However, it does give you a sense of how well your client aligns their thoracopelvic cylinder, so the thorax over top of the pelvis, and how well your client aligns and controls themselves onto one leg. Hello, my good friend Bonnie from Houston, Texas. So static balance just gives you a sense of how well your client balances, stacks their body, aligns and controls their hip, knee, ankle, and foot on a single leg, and then you can compare it side to side. And again, especially for your clients that have good balance, optimal balance, you have to look more carefully at the 2 sides. As you can see, when I shift right, pretty well controlled. Not too much shifting, not too much sway. There's a little bit of shifting that you should have, that's normal. A little bit of ankle and foot sway, which is normal, optimal. However, on this side, you see how much more I have to shift my weight to get myself centered over this foot. So if I'm likely to fall, it's going to be more on this left side because I have to shift more of my weight. I have a bit more ankle sway on this side. I have a bit more compensation on this left side. So keep that in mind as you're working with your clients as well. Now, that's more of your static balance. Stepping side to side, you can also have your client step forward. We'll turn this way. Step forward and control static leg. Okay? So that's a little bit of proactive as well. So here, step, hold, single leg. So static and just a little bit of proactive. Another proactive strategy you can do very simply, which will also help their walking, because walking, as you've heard us discuss here in our videos, is all about rotation. You have to rotate and then control rotation to create optimal and efficient gait or walking in your clients. So a simple, easy pattern you can do is go split stance, and now you can start to add in some rotation. So for you and I as health and fitness professionals, not very challenging just to do this. It could be, but not very challenging for most of us. So you just rotate towards the side of the forward leg, controlling the ankle and foot on the floor, making sure you're not losing that foot tripod, losing alignment of the lower extremity or that thoracopelvic cylinder. Obviously, you can make that a bit more challenging. Have your client, again, stand on single leg stance, grab something like the roll gun, very great for this, hold it, and now rotate as you're standing on that single leg stance. A bit more dynamic, I should say a bit more proactive, I should say. And now I have to work a lot harder to control this rotation as I'm on single leg. So just another simple way to go from static to split stance to single leg rotation. Now obviously you can also add in a step, rotate, control, and then come back. Step, rotate, control, and come back. So again, a bit more proactive, a bit more dynamic, a bit more like what we're going to encounter in everyday life. Now, an even more challenging progression is using some resistance band, pulling from an angle, because now you have to resist that band pulling you. So now it becomes a bit more reactive. So reactive is those sort of unconscious, or I should say those situations we encounter where we need more of that unconscious or that reflexive action to kick in because we don't know where somebody's going to bump into us and how we're going to react to that. Or we'll step in a hole or off a curb and we don't know if our foot kicks out, how to react to that. So this is a way to train more of that reactive balance strategy. So grab yourself a resistance band. Again, begin with a light resistance. So this is more than a lot of your clients need, but again, to get the idea. So you can have your client just start out, just again, static, split stance. Just have them do something like a push out, control that ankle and foot complex. So here my right leg is forward, the leg closer to the band. Switch it, now go. This is a bit more challenging for me to control. Now I can do a step. So I can step, push out, and then come back. So again, still static a bit, a little bit more proactive. Now I can step, control, come to single leg. Much more reactive because that band is now pulling me, so I have to react a bit more. If I was with a client that had really good balance, I could actually push on them a little bit and challenge them a bit more. But this band, if you're training one-on-one with a client or virtually, this band can be a great strategy for adding a reactive component. So step, come up to single leg, push out, and now that band's pulling me, so I have to react a bit more to that band. So again, sort of combining a bit of that proactive and reactive training so that we're training those three components, or I should say the three situations we're going to encounter in everyday life. Static, just statically standing there. Proactive, taking a step or being, training more of a conscious sort of effort, and reactive, so that unconscious situations that we'll run into when somebody bumps into us in a crowded store, or if we step into a hole, or step off a curb and step on a rock and our foot sort of goes off to one side and we need to control that. So just different ways to incorporate balanced training into your clients' everyday routines. So that way you're training the nervous system. So again, conscious control, and also just as importantly, that unconscious or reflexive reactive control that we need to help our clients with their postural control, their balance system, and also set them up for success when they go into walking, which is what we need to improve in our clients. And that's how you become that specialist for your current clients and attract more individuals that need, want, and will pay you for your expertise. Hello, my good friend Pete Rizzo, my best friend from back in NJ. Thanks for being on. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of our community. If you like this, please put a like next to it. Share it with your like-minded colleagues. We only want like-minded people here. I mean, obviously we want people that have different opinions as well. However, we want to create a supportive environment. There's so much negativity out there. This is a great opportunity. Obviously, this is, well, for those of you, is obvious in the North America that we're in Thanksgiving week. It's a great opportunity for us here at Integrative Movement Insider to thank you for being a part of our community, for allowing us into your lives, allowing us to share this information, and in turn share it with your clients in your community as well. Hopefully you found lots of great value with this information, and also be able to use this with your clients and really create optimal strategies for your clients, give them proactive strategies so that they understand they are in control of their health and wellness, and you could be a big part, and you should be a big part, an essential part of their lives. So thank you for allowing us to be part of your community, for all you do for your clients. Thank you from us here. Make it a great Thanksgiving week. We're thankful for you guys. We look forward to bringing you more information after the holiday. Make it a great holiday. If you're looking for more information on posture, balance, and walking, Jill and I are doing Two Anatomy Geeks this series. Posture, balance, walking. Part 1, we did posture. Part 2, we did balance. This week, nope, not this week. We're on a bye week this week because of the holidays. Next Saturday, we're coming back with part 3. And part 3, we're discussing walking. So again, the posture and balance set up what we're going to discuss next week in walking. Mary Trello, we'll put the link next to this video, below this video, wherever you're watching it. Feel free to join us. We'd love to have you. It's really a great supportive community. All sessions are recorded, so if you cannot be on live or you miss the first 2, you can get access to those as well. Happy holidays. Thanks so much, guys. Make it a great day. We look forward to seeing you in Two Anatomy Geeks and after the holidays. Take care. Bye-bye.